Cyber Daily News for January 30th, 2026. Microsoft rushed an emergency patch after researchers found a zero-day flaw in Office that let malicious documents bypass built-in security checks. The vulnerability allowed threat actors to embed code that could execute silently, putting millions of users at risk until the patch is applied across the suite. Ivanti disclosed 2 critical 0 days in its Endpoint Manager mobile product. Unauthenticated attackers could inject code through the in-house application distribution and Android file transfer features, potentially hijacking device management infrastructure, stealing credentials, and reconfiguring phones. Emergency RPM scripts have been released and deployment is urged before the February 1st deadline set by CISA. In France, the data protection authority CNIL levied a €5 million fine on France Travail after a breach exposed 2 decades of job seeker information. Hackers used social engineering to compromise advisor accounts and access national insurance numbers, contact details, and other personal data. The regulator cited weak authentication, overly broad permissions, and insufficient monitoring as key failings. Cyble researchers uncovered ShadowHS, an in-memory exploitation framework that leaves no files on disk. Using a modified hack shell, it can silently recon, harvest credentials, move laterally, and launch crypto mining payloads while evading traditional antivirus and endpoint detection. Its user space socket tunneling makes exfiltration hard to spot, pushing teams toward behavioral monitoring. SolarWinds patched 6 vulnerabilities in its web help desk solution, including 4 critical bugs that could be exploited without authentication for remote code execution or authentication bypass. The flaws allowed attackers to run commands on vulnerable servers or gain privileged access, raising concerns for organizations that rely on the platform for support ticketing. That's a wrap for today's Cyber Daily News. Remember to subscribe so you never miss an update, and you can catch the briefing on both YouTube and our podcast. Stay safe out there.